If you have listened to this show, you have heard the story of universal pre-K in New York City. I was a beneficiary of universal pre-K. Saul, in his last year, I think it was his last year, would happen to be the first or second year of UPK. It was really a dramatic savings. I don't think we're going to be able to see the full benefits of it because COVID really screwed up the ability to assess what difference UPK makes with a child who had gone through that. Saul was the first year going to UPK, and he was in first or second grade, I think, during COVID. But the story of UPK was all about Cuomo hating Bill de Blasio and denying him state funds to do it. And then making it like, we're only going to do it for a short period of time. And then the idea was that Cuomo was going to cut back on these funds. And fortunately, Cuomo was weakened politically by primary runs against him. And then ultimately the fact that he is a serial assaulter of women. And so that didn't happen. And here he is just last week on the Brian Lear show. Is this his second trip back to the Brian Lear show? Is it the same one that he was on? I think it's the same one he was on, where he claimed he's backing off of his...
Just technical support for Bibi Netanyahu.
Technical support, technical questions about the jurisdiction of the International Criminal Court that,
They were overreaching.
Yeah, I didn't think it was appropriate. Go ahead.
Former Mayor de Blasio, he said here recently, supporting Mamdani, that few people believed he could get universal pre-K enacted, too pie in the sky, but he did.
No, he didn't. The state did it.
Pause it. The largest challenge, this is from the New York magazine, the largest challenge was funding, which would have been had to have been proved by Andrew Cuomo, a mentor to de Blasio, who would go on to become his nemesis and tormentor. Cuomo's promise and failure to fully fund public education follows the same pattern as his rollout of UPK in New York State, paying lip service to the principal while working behind the closed doors of the budget process to block any meaningful progress. Keep going. Gotham. Cuomo has tried to defuse Blasio's efforts by proposing his own UPK, but de Blasio and his allies said the plan fails to provide enough dedicated funding to sustain a statewide pre-K program. This is the way that Cuomo worked as governor. Always looking for cover to kill anything like this. Go ahead. That's it. Oh, that's it. Yeah, I mean, such a blatant lie by Cuomo.
That was me.
Cuomo's out there. I mean, he's had to back off on his Israel support, at least step back a little bit. Of course, he also is, no longer going to involve himself. In the event that he becomes mayor, he's not going to involve himself in the International Criminal Court case against Netanyahu. Unclear what he's doing right now.
Maybe on Saturday and Sunday I could do it.
I mean...
Gotta have hobbies.
Here is... Elizabeth Warren, again, she seems to be, she's been out there quite a bit lately, both in supporting Mamdani, but also in trying to pressure the Trump administration. I think, because the economy's out there, she knows how to, she knows how to deal with these business press people. She was on...
this is some childcare event they had.
And is this CNBC as well? Or no?
Like a local...
Oh, a local NBC affiliate. Although that says Fox News there.
Yeah, this clip was clipped by Fox News as rage bait.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. So Fox News is really getting into this.
Progressive social Is this what the party should look like?
Yes.
The Democratic Party moving forward?
You bet. The Democratic Party needs to stand up and be clear. We are the party that fights for affordability for working families. That means child care. That means housing. It means health care. It means making this country work better for the working people who make this country work.
All right, last question.
I get a little excited about this. Okay. All right.
So that question was, should democratic socialism be what the party looks like?
And look, understand what's going on right now is there is a fight within the Democratic Party. You've got Bernie out there on the anti-oligarchy tour. I think this week he's in another state. AOC is out there. Mamdani's win, if it happens, and certainly his win in the Democratic primary, has become sort of the hook for this story. And it is pushback against like the abundance crowd and, the Buttigiegs and the Shapiros who are out there saying vociferously, we need to have public-private partnerships if we, to go forward. And, we need to, we can means test our way back into power. This is a fight right now. And the way this fight works is in the two different poles, if you will, within the Democratic Party, you have true believers. And then as you go out with concentric circles, you have people who are more or less inclined to a certain ideology, but are making political calculations that may weigh against that. And, so folks like Chuck Schumer now, he's got a problem because he's got some ideological underpinnings, particularly in the context of Israel. It's most obvious. And he's starting to see his electorate move away from him. And so he has to start getting quiet. On the flip side, there may be people out there who are more inclined to, just to use Israel as an example, but this is also the same thing when it comes to something like antitrust or more progressive policies, where they're thinking like, oh, I'm starting to see more space for me to take these positions. That's why you had 27 Democrats for the first time vote in the Senate to cut off offensive weapons to Israel, because there's sort of space to open up. And either A, they're afraid of their electorate, or B, they are now seeing license, essentially, to express what is very obvious. And so that's what's happening. That's the value. And certainly, like critiques of Warren in the 2020 primary, et cetera, valid. But this is the fight we have today. And so, these type of rhetorical sort of like, it's not just rhetorical, she's throwing her lot in with Mamdani. She's using her political capital to help Mamdani get elected and to help make Mamdani-style politics more prominent within the Democratic Party.
It's good both ideologically and smart power play.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to have to build like these type of relations. Also, from a purely sort of like a New York centric view, this puts pressure on a politician like Hochul. Like there is a world where the Democratic senator of New York, one of two of them, could be doing this, but they're not. So this is, like, understand, Warren is also, this is a subtle attack on Schumer and Booker and Gillibrand, because when you see a senator from Massachusetts campaigning with a New York City primary candidate, the first question you ask is, where's the senators from New York? Why aren't they here? It's very effective. Hey, folks, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check out our daily show. We do it every day at 12 p.m. Eastern for about 2.5 hours. We even take phone calls. You should check that out.